Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we've got our next new Awakened. Now, massive shout out goes to the crowdsourcing Discord for bringing this one to us. I believe this is in, maybe it's Brazilian or just based off the Brasilia that my head's covering. I translated it. It's from, oh no, it's Portuguese. Detected. Okay, so it's Portuguese. So I don't know where they posted this, but basically we have the Smoke of War, complete bounty quest to compose the experience scroll and get the grand prize. Event duration 8th of Feb. So that would have to be on the test server. That would have to be test server days because there's no way that's coming to global servers that quick when we haven't got anything about it on the test server. But hey, I don't know. I could be wrong, but let's take a look at it. So obviously we have Lucius in here. You can see his... Is it bad that I don't actually know what his weapon is? Is it like a axe or a mace? I've never actually thought too closely about this. I'm going to guess axe, but I could be wrong. But anyway, it looks like he's put it down and now the dude's got a big ass great sword that he's using in one hand. Like, dude must be jacked beyond belief to be wielding that. That thing is massive. And the dude's just one hand in it. Fair enough. You be massive, Lucius. He's still got the shield. So, I mean, this is all we've got. We obviously don't have any other images of Lucius. And this is just speculation based on this image. But I think it's pretty safe to say that we are going to be getting Lucius as the next one. But, I mean, I can't see him being anything other than a tank. I mean, maybe he could be like a buffer or a healing unit, but with that sword, I don't think so. Like, I feel like he's more likely to be a buffing or a healing unit when he's got that. Maybe they make him a warrior because he's got a big ass sword. I'm not too sure. What I would love though, because let's face it, that sword, that it just looks too big. Maybe it's just in the way they've done this portrait. It looks too big to be a one-handed sword. I mean, when you look at the width on that thing, like that thing is big. It looks too big to be a one-handed sword. So, I think it would be cool if he was like a stance-changing tank or warrior, where he could stance change in and out of like offensive and defensive based on HP percentage or something like that. I feel like that would be really cool, where he, you know, goes in, uses his shield, tanks first up, where he's got his mace and like the sword on his back. Then it like comes out and then he somehow, I don't know how he's going to sheath the mace as well as the shield, but you know, somehow sheaths them on his back and then he gets the great sword out and he starts swinging. I feel like something that would be cool, but hey, I don't know. If he's a tank, let's face it. Tell me, like, let me know in the comments. What do you guys think he's going to have if he's a tank? He's going to have some sort of invincibility, cheat death, team-wide immunity to death / shield, because it's the only way they can make tanks in the game now. You can't just have a tank being tanky and giving shields, because it just doesn't work anymore. Like, unless the shields are, like, ridiculously phenomenally, phenomenally, is that the word? Big? Unless they're huge, it ain't gonna have any effect. So I mean, let's face it, he's gonna have invincibility effects if he's a tank. It's the only way to make a tanking character viable. There is no other way in my mind. Someone's probably gonna cite something that there is, but I'll just eat my words. But I feel like in general, invincibility is what we're looking at. So once again, that was the translation. So it looks like we're obviously gonna get some extra pulls for it. Cool beans. Not sure what the event will be. I'm anticipating it'll be like, dude, like we should be getting patch notes for another 5 days. It should be another 5 days before we get patch notes on the test server. So I don't know how these dates come in, but hey, it is what it is. That's what we got so far. I'll update you guys if anything does change. But the other thing that I did want to go through in this one, and I just want to show you quickly, you can see this is the AFK Arena Twitter. And they don't have anything posted here on socials for here yet. So that's all we got. I'm not sure exactly where it originated, but once again, massive shout out to the crowdsourcing for getting that one to us. But then this is the other big thing that I wanted to talk about. So massive shout out to Ferrara for sharing. So this is some news once again from the crowdsourcing Discord from Ferrara about CN Krakens that have had a visit to Lilith and brought some good ideas. So I mean, this is pretty good. This is not 100% confirmed, I don't think, because the website I don't think is the official like Lilith website, but I'll leave that link if you want to go look at it and translate it yourself. But essentially what we have here is collection system will no longer require us to swap collections for each game mode. It's going to have a memory save type for each system of game mode. That's pretty cool. I do like that. So each character gets their own memory of what they've got on in each game mode. I don't know if that's going to get like tough to balance out between if you swap characters and they both have the same one as priority, but I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. We'll just see how it goes. Collection RNG will be improved and will give us compensation for such. Unsure of the timeline on this one. Will take a bit of time likely. Cool beans. 4 faction heroes will no longer have SI40 plus. Does that mean they stay at SI30? Dim's Selpagians will keep their SI50 skill. SI50 skill may be triggered at 35 instead. But before we go on that, with that skill may be triggered, translation update on the third point, which is this one we're talking about. It doesn't say change in skill level activation, so most probably skill will still be at SI40. My head's going to block the rest, but I'll read it to you. What it says is new stats are triggered at 35 and 45. So to me, that sounds like full faction heroes will no longer have that. Like they'll be just left at signature item 30, and this is going to be exclusive to the OP characters, which is going to make them more OP. But at least as we get future full faction heroes, they will have complete kits. So I don't know how they're going to deal with this, because the requirement for emblems, the required emblems for SI40/50 will be further reduced. Cool beans, that's what we want. It's good to hear all this stuff, provided it does actually go through. Possibility to cancel manual AE. Okay, cool beans. And then there are situations where high investment heroes perform worse than low investment heroes. They will test it more and change it. They will release rewind events and return such resources. I can't remember who off the top of my head. I remember making videos about this back in the day, but I can't remember who it was. Is there any new heroes that have this problem where the higher you invest into them, like the effect makes them worse? I can't remember any off the top of my head recently. I know there was like 2 that I covered. Maybe one was Belinda when she was bugged, but then they fixed her. But I can't remember who the other one was, because it was always like, should you actually get this? And I can't remember. It's like Prince, was it a dimensional? I can't remember. But that's what we got. Honestly, pretty good. I'm curious to see what they do for rewinding for people that have done like, you know, SI40 on some of the 4 factions and stuff like that. But we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that is pretty much everything that I wanted to cover in this one. Like I said, we got Lucius coming, and we got some good changes that at least they're listening to the feedback and doing stuff to the game, which you always like to see. Because hey, some other communities ain't getting that treatment. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.